Hi everyone, welcome to my new studio. Finally, it's done. And I'm going to show you in this video how long did it take, how much did it cost, and what's inside in terms of hardware. So stay tuned. So I recently moved to a new house about a year ago, and I was using one of the rooms to be my studio, but it was so small that it wasn't like the kind of place that really was inspiring. So I decided to make a studio in my backyard, and I was studying a lot of options. First, I bought a wooden house. Yes, I was trying to find something that was like organic, that fit into the, to the atmosphere that I have here surrounding my house. It comes obviously pretty rough. It doesn't have anything inside, and it doesn't have any kind of insulation, so it's pretty raw. Once we had the house, we started to build inside. So we built a couple of walls, and the studio, as you can see, everything is round. You have no corners, and yeah, we have all the acoustics specifically designed for this space. We have double ceilings, double walls, floating walls for the LEDs. So it's pretty specific. We wanted a certain look. Also the color scheme, I wanted something that reminded me kind of a living room, some earthy tones, these kind of wooden colors that we have here, like walnut. I think it's amazing. It has a lot of space, so I can invite songwriters, producers, vocalists, guitar players. We can record inside. The sound is actually amazing. Okay, so for the main costs of this project, first, the wooden house that you can see here. We opted for this also because I thought it was a little bit cheaper, but in the end, the difference, not that much, because I went to the website of this company. The cost was 6,000 euros, so pretty okay, fair price, but then they charge you like 2,000 more for the metal that holds the house underneath, and then they charge you 1,000 more for the shipping, and they charge you 6,000 more for the building. So they send you two guys that are going to build the house for you. So in total, it was pretty expensive. I would say it cost me about 15 to 16,000 only for the house itself. So for the wooden structure, it was a little bit of a surprise, but it is what it is. Second step, I bought the acoustics. I hired an architect, this studio designer, which is called Jean Morel. He projected this space for me with these acoustics from Art Novion, which is a Portuguese company also. For him to design the studio for me, it was 3,000 euro, and for the acoustics it was 14,000 euros. So it's not cheap. The material is good, is very good quality, and the design is also appealing. So summing those two is already an expensive project. Then comes all the electrical. So all the electrical was about 2,000 euros. Not cheap also. I wasn't expecting that. So I did this project without really knowing how much would it cost, just trying to branch out and trying to get the best deals. And then the building itself inside, which is drywall, all the OBS, all the wooden floor that we put another wooden floor, all this house inside the house, all the floating walls, the floating ceiling, that alone was 7,000 euros more. All the expensive add up roughly around this that you can see here. It is an expensive project, of course, but it kind of represents my dream studio. It's a space that I can be making music the whole day, and I also can shoot content here, which is really important for me. I can record a DJ set, I can record some vocals, I can record some videos, which is really what I wanted. The sound here inside the structure is really good, so I believe that's the most important thing. If you want to have good mixes and make good music, the space needs to be treated properly. Otherwise, you cannot take advantage of your speakers, of your studio monitors. So yes, that's it. It is an expensive studio. It is you can make it for way cheaper, because normally if you have already a space, you would maybe spend in acoustics about 10k maybe, and you'll get the job done. But I needed to make a studio from scratch, and that's why it was so expensive. Next, I'm going to show you what I have inside my studio in terms of hardware. So in this backspace, as you can see, we have this wall with some reflectors. This is for the high frequencies. I really like this piece because it's wooden, but the wood, it has a treatment, a paint that reflects all the light, so it's really cool. Then on the sides we have the bass traps, which basically the purpose is to tame low frequencies. It's pretty straightforward. So we have two here and two on the sides. Then we have these reflectors on the wall, which kind of reminds us of like the cinema kind of reflectors. And then on the ceiling we have a centerpiece with also these diffusers that are also for the high frequencies mainly, so you don't have any kind of reflection, so the sound when it travels the room, it kind of encapsulates here, and it's not spreading everywhere else. Also my door has some diffusers also, so you don't get the reflections. So we have the centerpiece here, which is something I really like. They made a centerpiece with my logo. Then you have my desk, which is a pretty standard studio desk, nothing fancy. It holds my iMac Pro still haven't changed. I really like it, and it still works. Then I have my Aventone mix cubes, which I really like. Normally I mix on them just to make sure everything comes through on the mix, because if they sound good on my Aventones, they will probably sound good everywhere. Then we have my Focal Trio BE11s. They are huge, as you can see, and I really like them. Bought them like 6 or 7 months ago, so I'm still getting used, and also getting used to the new space. But I really like these speakers. They are really good on the low end, and the mids are really good. Okay, so for studio gear, I have my mic, which I really like, which is the C414 XL2 AKG. It's a really cool mic. I really love it, and I really like the aesthetic of it with the golden part. I really like it. Sound card, pretty standard. I have the Apollo X. Industry standard. It's really good. I really like it. Then I have my keyboard, which is the Novation. This one is 61 keys. It's pretty big, so I cannot fit it in my desk yet, but I put it on a stand. Maybe I hit record and I start playing some chords, or whoever comes starts playing some chords, so it's kind of dynamic also. I also have my smaller keyboard, which is the MPC Mini. Really cool, just to put some ideas down. You don't need to go to the big one. I also have my set of guitars, 2 acoustic ones and 1 electric, if we ever need to record them, of course. In the end of the room you have the centerpiece, which is wood. I really like it. It's all lit with LED, also really cool. And then the bass traps, which also have my name on it. One thing also to mention, the LED, as you can see, you cannot see the actual stripes of the LED because we have a double wall, a big structure, so it also serves like a membrane to absorb sound inside. The acoustics, the walls, the insulation, and the floating walls not only give the aesthetic part, but also gives you the acoustic part, which makes the sound here be much more pleasing, and you can actually hear everything from your speakers, every detail that you need to tweak, every frequency that's maybe not needed, and you can cut them. For now, we're gonna have a lot of stuff coming to the studio. I have the new sofa coming, which is gonna be a big bean bag, which is like foldable, and it's gonna be really cool. It gets the vibe going, the vintage vibe. So yeah, this is my studio. You know about the cost. Obviously you can make it much cheaper. My only downside is I had to build it from scratch, and I'm excited to make more music here, and I hope you like this video. And yeah, subscribe to the channel, because I'm gonna be making a lot of content here, studio tutorials and plugins, mix, whatever you guys want. You can also tell me in the comments. But yes, this is it. I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.